what did you know about CF before you started?
Absolutely nothing. You know, I'd always heard about cystic fibrosis, but I never really looked into it until I was nominated. So this gave me a good opportunity to kind of jump into something new and really dive deep into learning more.
Before I started this program, I honestly didn't know much about cystic fibrosis. I knew that it was a very rare and life-threatening disease.
There were a few things I knew. I knew that it was a genetic disease, but I really didn't know much beyond that.
I learned a lot about CF prior to this program because I actually worked with CF clinical trials for the last 2 years at MUSC. So I was fortunate to learn from the pulmonary doctors there and the pulmonary team all about CF and how it's affecting 30,000 patients in the United States and 70,000 patients worldwide.
Well, I knew it was a genetic disease and that many people are carriers of the gene. Working in research, I also knew that there have been many advances in research that have helped improve the quality of life of those living with cystic fibrosis.
What did I know about CF before I started this program? Well, I'm a nurse at MUSC. I work in cardiothoracic surgery, so we do heart and lung transplants. Mostly I take care of CF patients after they get their transplant, which is a really exciting and pretty difficult time.
When I heard I was nominated, I was completely shocked because I was thinking, who in the world would nominate me? But then I was really honored. I learned a little bit more about the foundation and what this program does, and then I felt so touched and blessed to be a part of it.
I think the thing about the Best and Brightest program that's made the biggest impact on me is first learning more about cystic fibrosis, and then also how people, when they heard about a fundraiser that I was doing or the campaign that I was doing, how they kind of came out of the woodworks with their generosity, and I just saw a lot of positive things in a lot of people.
If you were on an island and can only bring 3 things, what would they be?
I would bring my mom because I think I'd need her, plenty of water, and I would definitely bring the entire season collection of Friends.
My Uggs, either my Uggs or my favorite sweatshirt because I hate being cold. And so if I was on this island and I was cold, I would definitely need my Uggs, for sure.
If I was going to create a dinner party with 5 people, it would be the cast of Friends, and I'd have to exclude one, and I'd probably exclude maybe Ross.
What I've learned the most and enjoyed the most about the program was listening to all the stories from all the guest speakers, talking about their day-to-day life.
What about this program has made the biggest impact on you?
I would definitely say like meeting people who live with the disease. It really took a toll on me to understand their daily lifestyle. And you know, the little things that I find frustrating that happen to me is not even a pin drop compared to what they have to deal with on a regular basis. It's very eye-opening, and it makes me want to find a cure for them to help better their life in the future.
The last experience I had that made me a stronger person was definitely having to be there whenever my sister was having a liver transplant. It came out of nowhere, and it's been a really hard thing to overcome, but that's how I relate back to cystic fibrosis.
One of my favorite quotes is to never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. So it kind of encourages you to always push for your dreams, never give up, and keep fighting.
My favorite quote would probably have to be, life is too short, so smile while you still have teeth.
So when I heard that I was nominated, I was of course very honored, but I was also a little nervous. So I really don't have any sales experience, and I've never really taken on a huge fundraising endeavor. So it was a little scary at the same time as honorable.
I think that, you know, normally when I go to work as a nurse, I get to care for CF patients, but this has kind of connected me on a more personal way. So it's helped me kind of take it outside the hospital and really see like what people go through on a daily basis, and it's been developing more of like my deeper connections with my friend that's a CF patient, and kind of seeing and hearing about how it affects his daily life outside the hospital.
I think I finally became an adult at the age of 30.
Age 26, because that's when I got kicked off my parents' health insurance.
Probably at 17 when I moved to Charleston and didn't know a single person, and I had to learn everything myself.
The last experience that made me a stronger person was working with Chucktown Squash Scholars. It serves kids from the Title I schools in Charleston, so I really got a sense of what it's like for education resources and living in the tougher neighborhoods in Charleston. I think it really made me a stronger person.
My favorite cereal has to be Rice Krispie Treats.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite cereal. I love it.
My favorite cereal is Cocoa Pebbles. I'm a chocoholic, so anything with chocolate is pretty much my favorite.
My favorite cereal is Cocoa Puffs.
The first thought that came to mind was Raisin Bran, but that's really boring.